Hello friends, welcome to B.Sc. Agriculture. If you are coming to my channel for the first time, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So let's move to the video. In this video, we are going to see about protected cultivation as well as the secondary agriculture. So in this video, we are going to see about the topic. So what are the materials used for the construction of greenhouse? So let's move to the video. So in first, I am going to give about the small introduction about the materials used for building the greenhouses. So the most common materials used for building the greenhouses are mostly wood, bamboo, steel, as well as galvanized iron pipes, aluminum, and reinforced cement concrete. So these are the materials which are mostly used for constructing the greenhouse. And also, while selecting the material which are need to be used for the greenhouse, they must need to have the properties as well as they also need to be material based on the requirement of design, like life expectancy, cost of constructions, as well as the physical and chemical properties around the environment, as well as the physical nature of the material are also need to be noted during the greenhouse constructions. So first, while saying about the first constructing material, which is wood. So while saying about wood and bamboos, so they are said to be mainly used for construction of low cost polyhouse or temporary polyhouse structures. So in these materials, the wood is said to be used for making frames, which is said to be composed of making side post and column, so which the polythene sheet is said to be fixed, or else some other things are said to be maintained. And the most common woods which are said to be used for making the low cost polyhouses are pines, casuarina. So because they are said to be strong as well as less expensive compared to other woods. But when we are going to make about the greenhouse or polyhouse based on wood, we must need to paint the wood with a white color to improve the light conditions within the greenhouse, as well as the wood must be treated or protected from decaying materials, so that the low cost polyhouse long lastivity as well as life expectancy can be good, as well as the chromated copper arsenate as well as ammonical copper arsenate are said to be the water based preservative which are said to be applied at the wood. So once these are applied, the decaying content as well as the water in going in these wood at the when in contact with soil are said to be reduced, so the life expectancy is said to be increased. So after that, the second material which is mostly used are galvanized iron pipes as well as aluminum, steel, and reinforced cement concretes. So while saying about them, first I am going to tell about the galvanized iron pipes. So they are said to be GI pipes as well as tubular steel and angle iron are said to be generally used in making the side post in these type of polyhouses or else greenhouses. So they are said to be a greenhouse structure, so they are said to be more expensive when compared to wood. So these are said to be made for semi modern polyhouses as well as the semi polyhouse structures. So in these about the galvanizing operation, the polyhouse structures of iron and steel is said to be coated by thin layer of zinc, so it can be able to protect them from the corrosion problems. So the most common method to protect against these corrosion or hot dip galvanization, which is also known as the hot process method, as well as electro galvanization process, which is a cold process method. So in hot dip galvanization, the clean member is said to be dipped in the molten zinc, so a skinny layer of zinc alloy metal is said to be formed in the steel. And in electro galvanization, the clean member is said to be electroplated by spraying or some other forms in the alloy steel structures. And after that, the glasses. So while seeing about the glasses, they are said to be traditionally galvanized material for making greenhouses all around the world. So the most widely used greenhouse glasses are single drawn or float glass as well as hammered and tempered glass. So while seeing about the single drawn glass, they are said to be having a uniform thickness of around 3 to 4 millimeter. So these are the type of single drawn or float glasses are said to be made in greenhouses. And while seeing about hammered or tempered glass, hammered glass is said to be having a nature of the exterior surface as the smoother one, as well as the interior one is said to be a rougher one. So because of this nature, The entry of sunlight is said to be easier in the smoother surface, as well as the interior. The refraction as well as the retraction process make so the heat within the greenhouse is said to be maintained in the structure as well as in temper. So in these type of glasses, they are said to be cooled after the manufacture process is said to be made. So it is said to be similar to that used of the steel manufacturing. The tempered glasses are said to be made. And after that, the polyethylene films. So while seeing about the polyethylene films, there are certain major two reasons why the polyethylene films are said to be used. While seeing about the plastic film greenhouses with permanent metal frames, the cost of construction is said to be less when compared to the glass greenhouses. And mostly the plastic greenhouses are popular because of the 40% of lower light is said to be higher when compared to single layer glass as well as the fiber reinforced plastic greenhouses. So the heat maintenance is said to be easy. And in polyethylene films, while seeing about the polyethylene films, they are said to be developed in 1930s and spread around the world in the middle of the century. And there are even some other reasons. So the main reason to use polyethylene films all around the year for greenhouses due to the presence of UV inhibitor nature in the polyethylene films. So these films can able to inhibit the entry of ultraviolet rays within the greenhouse or permanent structure. So it can able to protect them from the UV rays. And after that, we are going to see about the polyvinyl chloride films, so which is also known as PVC films. So these are the films which are said to be UV light resistant vinyl film with the in density of 0.2 to 0.3 millimeter, and they also have a guarantee life period of up to 5 years. So the cost is said to be 0.3 m vinyl film is said to be 3 times that of 0.15 millimeter polyethylene. So it is said to be much costlier than the polyethylene films, but their guarantee as well as lifelong resistance is said to be maintaining those costs. And vinyl film, which is said to be produced in rolls up to the width of 1.27 meter width. And these vinyl films are also used to hold a static electric charge which attracts and holds dust, is said to be a major drawback in these vinyl films. But so they must need to be cleaned regularly, and thus in turn reduce the line transmission once the dust is present in these sheets, but it can be easily washed out. So vinyl films are said to be used in major countries like United States, and in Japan 95% of the greenhouses are said to be covered with PVC films, which is a plastic film, out of which the 90% are covered with vinyl films. So it is said to be a major point we must need to know about the polyvinyl chloride films. And after that, we are going to see about Tefzel T2 films. So these are said to be the most recently added covering material in greenhouse glasses. So the full form of the Tefzel T2 film is ethylene tetrafluoroethylene. So this film was said to be also used as a solar collector. So their life expectancy is said to be around 20 years. So these are the points we must need to know about Tefzel's T2 film. And while seeing about the light transmission, there is around 95%, which is greater as well as higher than any other covering material in the greenhouse. So the double layer used to have a light transmission of around 90%. So these T2 films used to give more light attractions than other films, and Tefzel T2 film is said to be more transparent to infrared radiation than other plastic films, is also need to be noted. And after that, we are going to see about the polyvinyl rigid panel, so which is same as that of PVC films. So these PVC rigid panels used to be promised as inexpensive covering material. So because they are said to be the 40% of the cost of long lasting fiber reinforced plates in comparison, and also having the life period of 5 years as much as them. So after the commercial application of these PVC rigid panels. These panels used to have the life expectancy much shorter than the 2 years. So because of these drawback, these PVC rigid panels are not in use. And the most undesirable factor about these PVC panels are the cost of initiation, installation, as well as the maintenance said to be 4 to 5 times that of the polyethylene films. So these are said to be completely not in use. And after that, another material is fiberglass reinforced plastic, so which is also known as FRP rigid panel. These are said to be becoming most popular in the recent past years. So because of the advantage of having more resistant to breakage of factors like hails as well as bundles. So and also they used to have a sunlight passing through FRP is scattered by the fiber in the panels. So the light intensity is said to be uniformly passed through the greenhouse in comparison with glass material is said to be shown in the results once it is said to be done. And based on the grade, the life period of FRP panel used to be varied. So for in some grades they expect to be up to 5 to 10 years, but at better, once you go for the better grades of FRP panel where they use it to last up to 20 years is said to be mentioned. And after that, the acrylic as well as the polycarbonate rigid panels. So these are the panels which are said to be having a life period of 15 years in greenhouse use. So these panels used to have been gasoline at the side and involve of plastic film greenhouses as well as refitting old glass greenhouses are said to be made. The acrylic panels are said to be highly inflammable. So where the polycarbonate panels are said to be non-inflammable, so acrylic panels are said to be have the major advantage. And also they are popular due to the higher light transmission as well as the longer life. So while seeing about the availability of thickness, they used to have around 16 and 18 mm, and also having the percentage of light transmission is 83% in parallel polyrigid panels as well as acrylic panels. So I think so you can able to know about some of these materials what are used in the greenhouses. So I have given the lecture notes in description. So comment about the video and join us in the Instagram page. So if you like the video, like it and share it with your friends, and subscribe to B.Sc. Agriculture and hit the bell icon to get regular updates. So thanks for watching the video. I will catch you up in next videos.